Were you guys here last week? If you haven't noticed, we, as in myself, Dan C. Bearded, I do YouTube about beards, and Dead Man's Beard Co., fantastic company, we have collaborated, and every Friday on this channel, we're dropping an educational video. Last week was about brushing, this week is about combing, yes. And this is much more my world. I talked about it last week that I don't really brush my beard. I comb my beard every single day, at least twice a day. And we're gonna give you guys some guidelines and some techniques on the best way to comb your beard. If that sounds good to you guys, thumbs up, subscribe, all that stuff. Even if you don't do any of that and you came here for an answer and you leave feeling better about it, we're cool with that and we do appreciate it. So let's talk about it. Combing your beard can start day one. The day you decide, I'm gonna stop shaving and I'm gonna start growing a beard, which is just different than just stop shaving, right? Growing a beard, consciously taking care of it, you can go in the early days with a brush, or you can skip the brush altogether and go with a comb. Now, that comb can carry you all the way through if you pick the right type of comb, or you can have combs for the early days, the middle days, and the longer days. Let's talk about it. First off, what type of comb? Dan, there's cellulose acetate, these plastic type of combs that we see from like Kent combs. We have bone combs. What? Yes, we have oxhorn combs. We have those cheap combs that I call funeral home combs because they give them away for free at the funeral homes in the bathroom, but also it's a funeral for your beard because they're so bad. If you see those black pressed combs, don't do it. You have my personal favorite, and I believe Bryant, the owner of Dead Man's, his personal favorite, and those would be carbon fiber combs. Specifically, Chicago combs, not an endorsement or paid advertisement or anything like that. They're just the best. What do I love about Chicago combs? Even compared to something like wood, which is a great option, they're water resistant. You're not gonna have water damage. They're heat resistant. You're not gonna have any issues using a blow dryer. They are going to last nearly forever. I've never heard of one breaking or going bad. They're just really good quality options. I personally don't recommend metal combs. That's just my thoughts and feelings, but finding the right tool for you is important. Now, what size, what shape? Well, of course, it's gonna depend on your beard. For me, I need to have the teeth that are gonna be narrow enough to give me some tension. I can't have them too big and too wide, but I also need them to be close enough together where it's going to go through my beard and not be too close where it tangles it. You guys know those teeth that get really, really close? I can't do that. My beard has a little bit too much texture. It's a little bit too thick. Something like this works very well. Now, you could use this day one. There's no issues with getting, this is the number 8 by Chicago Combs, getting a comb like this and starting out. You don't have to have a really narrow comb where the teeth are very close together. However, in the beginning, it can be beneficial to exfoliate, to train the hair, to spread the product. So when we're gonna talk about combing techniques, this is something that does greatly differ from brushing. We talked about it last week. Brushing, you kind of go in one motion. With combing, there's no rules. You can go in any direction you would like, especially as you spread product. I love to start by going down first on my face, and then I come from underneath and comb away, and then I'll even get it going against the grain. I'll get there and exfoliate. That is good. That is healthy as long as you're not over aggressive. And I do recommend at the end of your combing to finish with the styling in the direction you would like it to go. Other than that, have a little bit of fun. Couple of key rules. I do not recommend combing a beard on a dry beard. I recommend combing a beard that is damp, that has product in it. That is your best bet. That is when the hair is going to be the most elastic and it's going to be the most forgiving. When it's dry, it's much easier to break those hairs, especially if you get tangles or snags. Speaking of tangles or snags, if you have a little bit of depth and density to your beard, if you encounter a tangle or snag, please do not try to muscle and power through it. Comb, release, and then reset. Do not power through those tangles and snags. And then a really important point that I think gets left off oftentimes when talking about combs, please wash your tools. If you continue to brush or comb your beard, put it away, comb your beard, put it away, you're gonna have buildup. Build up from product, build up from things that are in your beard, build up from just simply having that sticky product on your comb, and then stuff that's in the atmosphere and in your room is gonna latch on there. Clean your comb. You can do it with something like an old toothbrush or a new one that you just dedicate, put a little bit of beard wash on there. Or what I do, I bring it in the shower with me and I comb through when I wash my beard. I'm also getting that exfoliation, that detangling of my beard, and cleaning the two at the same time. That's a win right there, you guys. So it doesn't matter which one you use. Go in the direction you want to style. Go in other directions to kind of switch it up and exfoliate and keep the hairs guessing. That's a real thing. And then really dial it in and figure out the best comb for you. That's the fun part of the journey. There's no set answers, right? You have to know mileage will vary, and it comes down to that trial and error. Have a lot of fun with it, you guys. I hope those guidelines and those little rules were able to help you out. My name is Dan C. Bearded. This is Dead Man's Beard Co. Go check out their accessory section. They have some really good options on their website. Have a great day, guys.